The family drama between Lindsie and Todd Chrisley was a topic of conversation on Instagram this weekend. Todd's estranged daughter was soaking in the tub when she took to her Instagram stories, admitted she had a little free time and wanted to do some Q and as with her followers. She opened the floor for fans to submit questions that she could answer. Unsurprisingly, the topic of the family drama between Lindsie and Todd Chrisley emerged. Now, Chrisley Knows best fans who follow Lindsie assume she's always been asked questions about her relationship with her father, while she has entertained answering them on her Instagram from time to time. Fans assume she probably ignores them more than she answers them. Lindsie Chrisley has always made it a point to try to be what she thought was the bigger person in the situation. For the longest time, Lindsie thought the way to do that was simply to ignore the family drama going on with her father Todd. She, however, recently admitted she was no longer sure what doing the right thing and being the bigger person consisted of. That being said, Lindsie Chrisley has been a very hot topic on Todd and Julie's podcast as of late. Todd has also issued several different statements regarding his estranged daughter, some of which Lindsie has responded to. As the family drama between Lindsie and Todd continues to swirl, some of her followers had a simple question. How is she coping with it all out of genuine concern? One of her followers asked how Lindsie was coping emotionally with all of the drama surrounding her family right now. After all, it can't be easy seeing her name constantly in the headlines. Lindsie Chrisley was happy to respond to this particular question, and it was clear she tried to maintain her desire to be the bigger person in how she answered the question. How do you keep your composure and show such strength when it comes to family drama? The concerned follower asked in the comments. Are you impressed with how Lindsie Chrisley deals with the family drama surrounding her father Todd? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. And keep coming back for the latest on the Chrisley family. The Chrisley family has been a constant source of fascination and drama in the reality TV world, and at the center of much of the recent buzz is Lindsie Chrisley. Known for her complex relationship with her father Todd Chrisley and her family's whirlwind of controversies, Lindsie has been navigating a turbulent sea of emotions, public scrutiny, and personal challenges. As the drama continues to unfold, the question on many fans' minds is, how is Lindsie coping with the ongoing family saga of the background? A family torno understand Lindsie's current state. It's essential to revisit the foundation of the family drama. The Chrisleys rose to fame with their show, Chrisley Knows Best, which offered viewers a glimpse into their glamorous yet chaotic family life. However, behind the scenes, tension has simmered for years, especially between Lindsie and her father Todd. The fractured relationship has been a focal point of the show's narrative, amplified by public revelations and pointed social media exchanges. Lindsie's departure from the family's TV spotlight came amid intense disagreements, leaving a rift that seemed difficult to bridge. Accusations, allegations, and emotional fallout have marked their interactions, creating an ongoing public spectacle. This backdrop of unresolved conflict inevitably weighs heavily on Lindsie's mental and emotional well-being. Emotional resilience amid the storm. Despite the drama's intensity, Lindsie has shown remarkable emotional resilience. Coping with such a high-profile family conflict isn't easy, especially when every move is scrutinized by the media and fans. However, Lindsie's ability to maintain a degree of composure suggests she has found ways to protect her mental health. Friends close to Lindsie have noted her efforts to establish boundaries and prioritize self-care. Taking control over what she can manage, especially in such a public setting, helps her regain a sense of stability. While the family drama is largely out of her hands, the focus on personal wellness signals an intentional move towards healing. Finding strength in distance. One of the key ways Lindsie has been coping is by creating physical and emotional distance from the family environment that has caused her so much pain. Removing herself from constant exposure to conflict allows her the space to reflect and recover. Whether through geographic distance or limiting direct contact, these boundaries are critical for her peace of mind. This separation also gives Lindsie the chance to cultivate her own identity, independent of the Chrisley brand. For years, she lived in the shadow of her family's fame and controversies. Now stepping away allows her to explore personal passions and build relationships that aren't defined by past grievances. Pursuing personal growth and independence, Lindsie's journey isn't just about coping, it's about growth. Recent years have seen her embrace opportunities that foster her personal development. Whether through education, career pursuits, or new social connections, these steps are symbolic of her resilience and desire to move forward. Taking control of her narrative, Lindsie has begun sharing parts of her story on her own terms, showing vulnerability and strength in equal measure. This autonomy is essential for healing and demonstrates a shift from victimhood to empowerment. Support systems. The pillar of stability: no one copes alone. And for Lindsie, support from close friends, mentors, and possibly therapy has played a crucial role. The value of a strong support system cannot be overstated when dealing with family strife on a public stage. Therapeutic support, in particular, provides a safe space for processing complex emotions and gaining coping tools. Mental health professionals often help individuals navigate grief, anger, and disappointment, all feelings likely familiar to Lindsie given her family circumstances. Friends who remain loyal outside the public eye offer emotional comfort and a reminder that Lindsie is more than just her family drama. These relationships are vital to her continued well-being and personal growth. The impact of public scrutiny: living life under the microscope is an added challenge. Lindsie's every decision and reaction are analyzed by fans and critics alike, amplifying the pressure to remain composed. Navigating this public judgment while dealing with private pain requires a thick skin and careful management of her public image. Social media, in particular, serves as a double-edged sword. It provides a platform for Lindsie to share her truth, but also exposes her to harsh criticism and misinformation. Learning to filter these influences and focus on what serves her mental health is part of her coping strategy. Embracing vulnerability and authenticity over time, Lindsie has moved toward embracing vulnerability in a way that resonates with many. By acknowledging her struggles and not shying away from the emotional complexities, she humanizes herself beyond the headline drama. This authenticity can be empowering both for her and her supporters. Sharing moments of honesty, whether about her challenges, hopes, or setbacks, helps break down the stigma around family conflict and mental health. It also creates space for empathy from those who relate to her experiences, reducing the isolation that can come from feeling misunderstood. The role of forgiveness and acceptance: though the path to forgiveness is seldom straightforward, there are signs that Lindsie is working towards acceptance, both of her family's imperfections and her own role in the narrative. Acceptance doesn't mean forgetting the past or excusing hurtful behavior, but rather finding peace with what cannot be changed. This internal process can be transformative, freeing Lindsie from the cycle of resentment and anger. It paves the way for healthier relationships, whether with family members or within herself. Looking ahead, a future beyond drama. Despite the ups and downs, Lindsie's story is far from over. The strength she has shown in coping with the Chrisley family drama points to a hopeful future where she can thrive on her own terms. As she continues to build a life centered around her values and well-being, the past drama may lose its grip on her identity. Moving forward, fans may see Lindsie in new roles, not just as a family member caught in controversy, but as a woman redefining herself beyond those labels. Whether through new ventures, advocacy, or simply living quietly, her resilience promises a narrative of empowerment and renewal. Final thoughts: the drama surrounding Lindsie and Todd Chrisley is emblematic of the challenges many face in complicated family dynamics, amplified by fame and media scrutiny. Through it all, Lindsie's journey reveals a profound human story of coping, growth, and hope. Her ability to set boundaries, seek support, and embrace authenticity offers valuable lessons on resilience. While the public remains fascinated by the Chrisley saga, Lindsie's most important audience is herself, working each day to heal, grow, and live her truth.